Talk Sports.
What's up, TATS Nation? Today is number 23, August 22nd. We got the lovely Brielle here. You know where we're at. Pho Labs, downtown Fayetteville. I'm Chef Lou.
Dirty Rice.
And this is Two Asians.
Talk Sports.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you guys want to chat, be sure to hop on our YouTube stream, TATS479. We will be switching to that instead of Facebook Live now. So, as you guys know, Daniel's not here. Has some car problems, but we're still going. He's going to be on the chat with you guys. Let's start off. Mac Facts.
Mac Facts. This week is the birthday of two basketball legends. One dead, one alive. Let's go start with the dead one first. Wilt the Stilt. August 21st. He's well known, 100-point game. You know what I mean? Yeah, with the Sixers. Yeah, 100-point game, man. Who is Kobe scored a 100-point game? Has Jordan scored a 100-point game?
I think Kobe had like an 80-something point game, right?
But was it three figures?
The only three figures. Right. It's definitely impressive.
It is, man. But all the stories that I've read is like, he was like, he's one of those stars that, he won 2 NBA titles, but he's one of those stars that didn't make his team better. He scored a ton of points.
So he's like Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, man. I hate that. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Devin Booker.
That's a different era too, so it's just kind of, I don't know. But he's a legend, man. He's Wilt the Stilt.
Nope, he definitely is.
100-point game. I'm still waiting on the next one.
He's from what we know, he's also the co-founder of NBA Lifestyle.
No,
the original.
You're right.
Lifestyle.
That's right. Yeah. He claimed to have not just hang out, go on dates or whatever. He had intercourse with 20,000 women.
20,000. Tristan Thompson, you got some catching up to do.
No, man. The original NBA Live.
Tristan's only kissing them.
No, he's barely
He probably can't even kiss 20,000 women in his lifetime. So
no,
we'll see what happens.
Intercourse. He went all the way home. He ain't going to first base. You know what I mean?
NBA Lifestyle.
That's it. All right, second one. The one that's alive, who I'm talking about, I mentioned earlier. Kobe Bryant. August 23rd, man.
Black Mamba. Did you like number 24 Kobe, or did you like number 8 Kobe?
Man. I remember buying the shoes, the Adidas, with the number 8 right on, the original Kobe shoes, the Adidas. Oh, man, the height. Oh, man, yeah, I had those, man, the number 8s, man.
Hey, this is why we have Mac Facts, because I never even knew Kobe's came in Adidas.
Yeah, it came in Adidas, man, back in the day, man. Back in the day, yeah, I had them for a drop about 100. That's you know what? I didn't buy new clothes that summer. I just bought
one pair of shoes.
I just one pair of shoes.
Going back with the same stuff the next grade.
That's it, man.
As great as Kobe is, I actually do not own one pair of Kobe's.
Yeah?
I just never found them interesting.
No?
But yeah.
Really? Kobe, yeah, I mean, he's... I don't know.
That's just me, though.
I mean, shoes is to each their own, Everybody's got their own,
I think for the
likes or not.
I think most of his shoes are low tops, though, right?
I don't know.
I know his newer ones are low tops.
I've seen
one of my.
I've seen both. You know what I mean?
One of my buddy Tim has like a neon yellow.
Nah, that's who we gotta talk to about shoes, right? Yeah. Tim.
Like they're the new ones, or the newers. I think he got them about a year ago. Mm-hmm. And those are low tops, so I think that's probably why I never really looked into them, because
You've never been attracted to it.
Yeah, I like the high tops.
Yeah. Especially basketball. I mean,
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You need that ankle
I'm
support.
really fast. I got all these moves, so I got to protect the ankle. So need it laced up there. I just feel more comfortable with them.
Yeah.
I don't like wearing ankle braces. They kind of bother me, but.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, Kobe, man, he's one of our modern day legends, man. Modern day legends.
No,
so.
he definitely is. We're gonna talk about Kobe a little bit later today too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely got to bring up 2007, April 22nd, to this day, right? It's to this day.
To this day.
2007, Texas Rangers scored 30 runs. 30 runs in a game
Hey, NFL teams don't even score
30
points.
I know. You know what I'm saying? 30 runs. And then this record, it's the modern day record, but the last time somebody scored more was in 1897.
Wow.
I mean, you're talking about it wasn't even the 1900s.
Wow.
It was 1897 by a team called the Chicago Colts, which over time became the Chicago Cubs. You know what I mean? Even the Cubs had a different mascot back then. That's how old we're talking about here. You know? But you probably remember that Rangers team, though.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely do.
2007.
This clip here, man, definitely brings back a lot of the guys that I grew up watching.
Just outside, very close pitch. Holding the bag at first. Hard hit ball towards Tejada. Knocks it down.
Hank Blaylock? I think that's Hank Blaylock.
Ooh, man, this is 2000.
Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy, talking about him.
Safe. Ground ball through the middle is a base hit.
Man. Yeah, apparently, man, everybody was on fire, you know? Apparently, man, because you can't score 30 runs unless...
Oh, Bots. Who's Bots? I don't know who that is. But Catanolato? Something like that.
Oh,
Mike Kapler?
Mike Catalinato, yeah.
Saltamachia?
Yeah, Saltamachia, yeah, okay, I
He don't
remember
even
that.
play no more. Dude, a lot of these guys don't even play no more.
Yeah,
Michael Young.
it's been that long, yeah.
Who's the only person? I don't think there's anybody left on.
Man. No, hell no. That's active, right?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, 2007, man. That's 11 years ago.
Yep, that's a long time. No, that's definitely.
What were you doing 11 years ago, Brielle?
I was in high school.
Yeah, see, exactly. We're all doing something else now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different.
I played basketball in high school.
Oh, yeah?
30 pounds ago.
30 pounds ago.
Did you have high tops?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. See,
These ankles are trash. I had to have high tops.
high tops.
How many inches were you shorter back then?
Oh, I've been this enormous since I was like 14. I was like 5'7", and then I was just like 5'11".
You know, girls hit their puberty quick.
Oh, yeah.
Go sport.
You drink milk?
You drink.
Whatever he wasn't drinking.
Well, I'm maxed out. I'm at my limit. I'm considered above average, probably with my peoples. With my peoples, I'm probably above average. Oh, you know, Sam, I got a math fact for you.
Okay.
Daniel will like this one. Think exactly 1 year ago.
Uh-huh.
This is the Kyrie Irving trade.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yep, the Kyrie Irving trade. So that's a good 1 year ago, and you know what? Like, we don't really remember anything that he did for the Celtics, except for like that run that they had at the beginning of the year.
In the regular season, yeah.
That was really it.
Yeah. Well, how many years? He's got 1 year left on the contract, or what?
Yeah, 1 year left. People think he's gonna go to the Knicks.
Yeah.
But
Got to play in New York. He
Yeah,
wants to play in New York.
Him and Mr. Butler.
Yeah. All right. So what's that smell?
What's that smell?
Chef is cooking. What are you cooking? What are you cooking?
Man. You know, this week, we're gonna have to call it the whole team. Washington Nationals. A lot of hype.
A lot of talent on the team.
A lot of talent on the team. They are stacked.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah.
And you know, I think they just literally gave up. I think yesterday.
Ownership did.
Yeah, Murphy's gone.
Yep.
Adams is gone. They even put Harper on revocable
Waivers.
but Dodgers claimed him and they pulled him back. You know, it's standard practice. You know, but I think they gave up. I mean, I don't know if they had championship aspirations. I don't know if they were going to get that far. But playoffs at least, right?
Yeah.
7.5 games out. Probably not going to make it. I checked the score earlier. I think they were down 3-0 to, I don't even know. Philly.
Philly, yeah. They were playing in Philly,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah, Strasburg. You know, so I mean, I think Strasburg's having a down year as well. So
Everybody except for Scherzer.
yeah, he's Mr. Consistent. You know,
Yeah.
like it really is. So yeah, definitely Washington Nationals losers corner.
What happened?
Could it be that guy right there, number 4, Martinez? I mean, you know, who they get? Was it Dusty that they got rid of?
The manager, Dusty Baker,
Was he the last one? Or did they have somebody before that?
Jim Riggleman. Is he the guy now?
No. Martinez is the guy now.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Martinez is the guy now. I think before that was Dusty.
Yeah.
so-
Before that was Dusty. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, a whole bunch of things happened this year. I think Harper got choked this year, right? Somebody choked him this year. Was it this year or was that previous years?
I think maybe he got married.
No. There was something going on in the clubhouse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, something like that. I think he got choked out in the dugout. I don't know. But yeah, definitely disaster. Definitely disaster.
Yeah. See, the thing is, they've lost 4 divisional series in the Bryce Harper era since like 2012 or something like that. They've lost 4.
I mean,
They can't get over the hump.
they can't like. They have the guys. They have Scherzer, right? Tanner was good last year. This year he's not doing so well. Also, they did flip flop with St. Louis pitching coaches. Greg Maddux was the guy last year, and he went over to St. Louis. I think part of their problem was like they don't have a bullpen. I don't know if that's it. I mean, like they're talented. I mean, they have Turner, right? No. Who's their center fielder? That's Turner, right? Trey
Turner. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good, right? Then they have Michael A. Taylor. He's good. They have, was it Soto, the new guy? I don't know, but they're young phenom. Like they're stacked, but they just can't put it together. They might be like like the Seattle Mariners when they had A-Rod. You know, like you have this one like can't miss generational star, but just can't put it together. So
Yeah. The thing is, the season after A-Rod left, the Mariners won 116 games.
Hey, it's just kind of like
You know what I mean?
Cano got suspended, for PEDs, and freaking they went on a tear,
Yep.
right? So I mean, so are they? Is the star player in baseball overrated because you don't really need them? I don't know because what do they go by? WAR?
Wins above
average.
Replacement.
Yeah.
Wins above replacement.
So maybe they don't need those big stars, right? I mean, how many times have
baseball? See, baseball to me, I explain it. That's why baseball stars. I mean, even the biggest star in baseball, like a Mike Trout, isn't a household name because, like him, it's like people don't. The average fan don't watch fielding. They don't watch fielding. He's a great
player,
defensive player, but he bats maybe 4 times a game.
Yeah.
See,
You can't do it all. Like,
the
it's really
spotlight
about
isn't on him all the time.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
No, it's true. I mean, like, look. Stanton was in Miami, right? Can't win. Trout, I don't think he's even sniffed the playoffs yet, right?
I don't think
and
so.
he's been MVP multiple times. So yeah, but yeah. So we're gonna move on. We'll go with. In case you missed it.
In case you missed it, European soccer leagues getting started. You know what I mean? Of course, Instagram's like most popular athlete, most followed athlete.
How many? 30 million?
140.
Oh man,
Close to
that was so
million?
off. So
140
off.
million. I mean, 140 million is like Kylie Jenner's. Selena Gomez type range, you know what I'm saying? And this guy's an athlete and not some movie and not some, Cristiano Ronaldo's who I'm talking about. He made his debut. No, right there. He made his debut right there. Yeah, he had some,
He got close,
yeah.
man.
He had some really nice plays. He had some really, oh, snap, see? Yeah, it's gonna do well, man. The Italian league needs a boost. The Italian league, I think so, man, because the Italian league back in the day, like maybe the 90s and
Look at
stuff,
this guy celebrating.
man, they were considered the top league in the world. Was the Italian league
How long ago?
like maybe 20, 30 years ago?
20, 30 years.
The Italian league was considered the top league, you know. But things have changed now. Things have changed, you know. Not that I mean like the best conference in college football, you know. You know, sometimes certain leagues have a certain run, and you know, I mean, it's cyclical. But yeah. But he couldn't score. But his squad, his side is what they like to say in soccer.
His side still won.
His side won. Yeah, you know. But yeah, I like him. But my favorite player, you know, you know who I'm talking about though, right?
Mr. Messi.
Messiah. He is the Messiah.
No, we'll get his here in a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Finish the highlights for.
Yeah, definitely. But but he couldn't score him. But his side won. But good old Messi, man. The first goal of the year. Ridiculous. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw it, man.
Oh, I saw it. I feel like that goal. He tricked everybody.
Yeah, he tricked it. It was ridiculous, man.
Yeah, and it was done like so perfectly, you know, because you know you're always thinking you're shooting high, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's jumping, and the ball goes under everybody.
Everybody jumped. It's pretty ridiculous, man.
That was like. Got him. That's what
it was. And he was laughing too during the celebration, like, "Wow, I can't believe I did it."
Yeah.
But then that first goal, was the 6,000th of La Liga.
6,000 of La Liga.
Yeah, La Liga. The funny thing is, the 5,000th was scored by Messi as well.
Damn. So 1,000 goals later, he's still the guy, right?
Yeah, he's still the guy. Yeah, man. He's but that 5,000 goal, man. I don't know if you've seen the clip or ever, but it's like a ball comes off his chest, bounces high, and it just, bam, right leg straight in the corner. You know, bam, that way, man. It's a pretty good goal, man. And he looked like he was 16 at the time. 16. He looked like he was.
He's 18 now. 1,000 goals later for La Liga. You know?
Exactly.
It's not that much different.
Yeah.
So.
No. But oh man.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one that I bet a lot of people missed this one, but your boy that you were just talking about last week, Mr. Bolt, going to football.
Oh yeah, football.
So,
Soccer's what they call it in.
So he's gonna play for Australia.
Yeah, in Australia they have
Austria.
a professional league. Central Coast Mariners, huh?
Of the A-League. So is that the highest level? Is that the major leagues there, or is that like a AAA?
I'm not sure, but they have different levels. But they do have a professional like top level. Soccer isn't a big sport in Australia. It's not like maybe participation. It's not really that big of a sport.
What is Australia known for?
Australian rules football. The AFL, the Australian Football League.
AFL. Oh, I think some kickers come from there, right?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Yeah, Australian rules football is a different game, man. I don't know if you know anything about the Australian rules football. The thing is, you score by kicking the ball through an upright, but you run and pass. And it's such a weird game. You got to watch it. It's kind of like American football. You got to watch it and understand all the nuances to really understand the game, you know? Okay. You know, it's like...
We'll check it out. We'll have an AFL watch party one day. I mean, it sounds interesting. I really never watch any Australian football.
Australian rules football, yeah. It's definitely... You know, the thing is, I'll say this, you know, without getting... But there's like... It's a huge field, and it's like 16 on each side.
16?
Yeah.
Golly.
And the thing is, you can't throw it to one another. You got to punch it or kick it.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Is it kind of like, is it like a mix between football and rugby-ish, kind of?
football, soccer. Yeah. Football, soccer.
So is it like
rugby.
once you get stopped, you have to like do what rugby does? You gotta like pass the ball off.
Yeah.
Do you get downs? No.
I think when you get down, you get past. You got to get the ball back.
Oh.
It's
No, for sure. We'll watch one day.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Oh,
there.
right.
But we actually missed this last week. We didn't have time to put it in because we got Jalen Ramsey's little rant. But
Jalen Ramsey, top. I mean, he's top 5 cornerback.
oh yeah, he's a good quarterback. So with what he says, he has the right to talk.
Oh yeah.
has the
You know
right
what I'm
to talk.
saying? Everybody has the right to talk. I'm a believer of free speech.
Equal opportunity hater.
Equal opportunity hater. Say what you want, but you're gonna face the music sooner or later. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to answer to what you say. You know what I mean?
Hey, if his
So, yeah.
play backs it up, he can talk all this trash.
Yeah.
So trash. Speaking of trash, Josh Allen, trash.
That's too early to say,
Too
man.
early?
Too early to
so
say.
his little spill about that is because once Wyoming play a big school,
They were
trash.
they were trash. Yeah, he
right?
was
so
trash.
he's
yeah.
saying he
couldn't step it up.
play, can't play them.
Yeah,
right?
okay. I'll
So,
buy that.
The jury's out on that one, right?
Yeah.
But wait,
Well, I
right?
mean, it's a different level. It's different talent levels. This and that, man.
We'll see, but I think Bill's starting him this preseason game.
We'll see how it goes, man.
'cause
If he
you
doesn't
know-
run backward 30 yards and try to make a pass again, he'd be
Yeah,
all right.
Josh Allen has to start because a guy we know pretty good, Mr. AJ McCarron.
Oh, yeah.
has a
Collar.
fractured, not fractured collarbone.
Was he getting a third
I
third
don't-
opinion now or something?
I don't know.
Fourth,
I mean,
maybe?
how does the first guy tell you it's cracked and the next guy says it's not cracked?
X-rays don't tell it.
I don't know. We're moving on. We're moving on.
I'm no medical expert.
Yep. So he said 2 guys that don't suck.
Yeah.
There's only 2 guys labeled that don't suck. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, no argument there.
Yeah. They're Hall of Famers right here, and they still got their game on. I've never seen anything from either of them that made me think like this year's going to be a bad year for them.
Yeah. I mean they're just Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
They just go out there, they play, they do well. But we'll see what happens this year. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't see it any different from any other year, except maybe no injuries, right?
Yeah.
Next 2, Marcus Mariota, Tyrod Taylor. I wish Daniel was on for this because we're actually going to talk about Tyrod.
Yeah, Tyrod. I think
Oh, he's on the
think
chat.
Tyrod's good. Tyrod's good. Tell Daniel Tyrod's good. I think he's good.
I would
man.
say he's underrated.
Yeah. He's definitely underrated.
right? But we'll get into that a little bit later. But he calls them both game managers.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mariota's a game manager.
Nah, I think he's really.
I think he lets it loose.
He's taking that next step, man. I think he's taking the next step compared to famous Jameis.
Famous Jameis. Oh, he's not on this list.
Huh?
Famous Jameis is not on this list.
Is he?
Nope, he didn't talk about him. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't like Jameis Winston
Because he was probably his quarterback when
back
they,
in
were,
FSU.
they played it.
Can't talk about it. He has
Yeah.
to be in the not suck area, right?
Or else he's getting like, man, what you say about me?
Hey, what'd you say?
What'd you say about me?
Let's see what happens.
But okay.
Next we got Jimmy G. Guess he's okay. He's better than okay.
I mean, he likes porn stars though.
That's all he's gonna be known for now. Like we don't care how he plays, but he fucks with them porn stars.
Yeah, that's all right. He do what he do.
He do what he do. Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, MVP soon in the next couple years.
Small sample. Deshaun Watson. I love him. I knew he was a big star when he came out of high school. When he went to Clemson, man, I was like, man, this guy's gonna be a baller, man. I saw like clips of him.
No,
And
Watson's gonna be good again.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
gonna be good.
that took it to Alabama 2 straight years.
Yeah.
No quarterback can say that.
Yeah.
No quarterback can say that. And I was actually just reading this quote today from his coach over at Clemson. What's his name? He's got
The head coach.
head coach. Something Limbo. Or,
Dabo Sweeney.
oh,
Dabo
I was
Sweeney.
close. I was close. Dabo Sweeney.
You know who was the recruiter that recruited him to Clemson?
Who?
Chad Morris.
Chad Moore. Oh.
Chad
Well,
Morris was the recruiter that recruited him to
Well,
Clemson.
we'll see if.
You know, head coach of Arkansas Razorbacks football team.
Yeah,
Chad
we'll
Morris.
see
Yeah.
if he can find.
Yeah,
the
really.
next
He was.
Deshaun Watson here because my gripe for Arkansas football is they don't have a legit quarterback, a playmaker,
Dynamic.
a 5-star
Yeah.
quarterback, and I haven't watched Arkansas football for all that long. But long story short, they've never had a good quarterback that I knew of.
The last dynamic quarterback that I could think of that was like good and like mobile and everything, Matt Jones.
Matt Jones.
What we talking about? You know what I'm saying? That was Matt Jones.
A quick story. Matt Jones, he went to the pros as a receiver, right?
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jaguars, yeah. Got drafted first round.
Play basketball with him at a rec league.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big deal.
He's a simple man.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man, I made sure my Eagles would tape that. But
anyway.
yeah, like Carson Wentz, I don't see him as to me, Carson Wentz has a weird style. He has a really weird style.
That's probably why he ended up at South Dakota State, because he got quirky thing. He wasn't in line with what everybody thinks how a quarterback should be.
Yeah, well,
But he did all right. You know what I mean? But he got hurt.
yeah, I mean, he took him there, right? Took him there, just couldn't close it.
Because he couldn't.
No, he couldn't. He was hurt.
He got hurt, though.
Jared Goff, above average.
Nah.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, I like him as a passer. Yeah. Now he's got something. Like, got Cooks there. He's got
Yeah, well, I mean, like, they
Got
give him
Gurley.
weapons now. Well, I mean, the thing is, like...
Gurley just signed that long-term deal, so I guess.
Yeah,
him and-
like, that would take some pressure off of him. But I felt like last year they had Tavon Austin. I mean, Tavon Austin was a big deal coming out of West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
But
all the
once he
veteran-
got to the pros, like... Oh, you know who's his quarterback? Geno Smith? Mr. My jaw got broken by my teammate.
all the West Virginia guys come out of. You know who my favorite West Virginia athlete is?
Who?
Pac-Man Jones.
Hey, when he's not on the field, he's busy fighting. Who did he fight? Some dude at the airport. I remember. I remember Daniel really liked that one.
I'm a I'm a Pac-Man Jones fan. I've always been a Pac-Man Jones. And
Hey,
when I learned to love the strip club, I love him more.
Daniel says he loves that Jimmy G lifestyle. Jimmy G lifestyle.
Hell yeah.
All right, so next one he got is Dak Prescott. He said he's good, okay, all right. Zeke's team.
It's Zeke's team, man.
I would say
if
he's
Zeke's not running the
alright.
ball, if Zeke's not running the ball, Dak ain't nothing.
No, it's very true. Like this one I can completely agree with. So if for whatever reason, if Zeke does get hurt this year, talk about long season for the Cowboys, because that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna make him throw it. That's not gonna happen. So there's a lot more on here, but to kind of save on time, what we're gonna do is just go to the one that we thought were kind of a little bit interesting.
Okay.
Right? So you and I kind of had a little difference with Eli. Ramsey said he is not good. Odell is good. Their connection is good. What you got to say about that?
Man, Eli's been in the league since like 2004. Odell's been in the league since, 3 years ago?
2014.
You know what I'm saying? 3 years. You know what I'm saying? No. Eli's been good, man. You look at his numbers. He's thrown 4,000 yards plus almost every year. You know what I mean? He was good before Odell got there.
Yeah,
But he had a lot of people don't give a lot of credit is what's his face? Towards when he first started was Tiki Barber, man. Tiki Barber really helped Eli out, man. Like in the beginning of his run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was that guy that kind of gave him consistent play. At least 4 yards every down almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Tiki was a good back.
Yeah.
Tiki was a good back.
And Eli came in when he was starting. You know what I'm saying? So so it definitely, you need that good running back. Every quarterback, man, that's like, you just give me a good running back, 4 yards.
Yeah,
down.
he hasn't had a good running back since.
Yeah, I can't think of.
Oh wait, who's Jacobs?
Brandon Jacobs is a fat dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I don't think he was considered good, right?
Yeah.
But that was probably the next guy after because like they tried Wilson. He had like scary neck injury, so he's not in. But I think Ramsey's saying that because he's seen Eli on the tail end of his career. So
he's all right. Eli to me, I think Daniel Eli is a Hall of Famer. All right, he's a Hall of Famer. 2 Super Bowls. He's probably got a ton of yards that I can't even count.
Yeah, he's probably got good numbers, But,
and he played in New York City.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But he's still got a dumb face. Right, we're gonna go
so dopey.
Andrew Luck. He said doesn't think he's that good. He's pretty much saying T.Y. pretty much made him.
T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, T.Y. Hilton made him. I think
superstar.
You agree with him because he's a little.
He's a lot. Yeah, I'm not quite sold, man.
I'm sold.
You think so? Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
I'm sold.
I mean, he's got the physical. I mean, every time he's in form and everything when he throws the ball and everything.
But like this guy is pretty much like the LeBron coming out of Stanford, like the guy for the league. You know, like never seen the guy like him. Blah blah blah. So I think somebody with that label that you gotta like give credit where it's due. He has been good. I think the problem with him has always been their defense. Like you said, we said this plenty of times. Football is the ultimate team sport. Mm-hmm. He can't throw the football and defend it at the same time. The Colts have had a terrible defense since he's been under center. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna disagree there.
Nah, I'm not quite sold, man. That's whatever, man. I don't know. It's probably irrational on my part, maybe. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just not sold.
No. Well, we'll see. He's finally back. See if he can shake the rust off. Next up, we got Matt Ryan. He says he is overrated.
Hell nah. He ain't overrated, man. The only problem with Matt Ryan that I have is that he is just boring. He doesn't give good interviews. He's not got that brash. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna talk smack. He's just a dude that just throws 400 yards a game. You know what I'm saying?
I just throw the ball.
Don't worry about what I say on the post-game interview. I just throw 400 yards a game.
Yeah. Yeah. I think his argument there was that. What do you say? His argument there was he had an MVP caliber season the year before, when they went to the Super Bowl, and then the next year when Mike Shanahan went to San Fran, he completely sucked. So he was saying that he was only good because of the scheme and the plays. And I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know if I agree with him because Matt Ryan, for the longest time, has always put up numbers.
Yeah. Really, like.
I mean, there was one year where he has a lot of fourth quarter comeback wins because you know what? He'll throw the ball and Julio Jones would get it. Yeah. Like there was one season. It was probably within the last 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. Like he had so many fourth quarter comebacks because he was pretty much doing what Brady does. You give Brady with the ball and you're down, right? If you give him 3 minutes, that's too much time. Yep. And that's kind of what he did. Like he shredded offense. So not sure where Ramsey got that.
I don't know.
Matt Ryan is not over.
I looked at his numbers after his second year. He had a big first year, and he had a sophomore slump. I don't know whether he was hurt or whatever, but like every year after his second year, he's thrown for at least 4,000 yards a year.
Yeah, 4,000
yards a year. I mean, that's at least. He's thrown for a lot more. Yep. So I don't know, man.
We'll see. So what we're gonna do is, Trim, we're actually gonna skip 4. We're gonna go straight to 5. So NFL preseason, a few takeaways. Looks like Brady is still beasting it, right?
Same old Brady.
I think Kirk kind of struggled a little bit.
New team, new coaches.
It's gonna be they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fine. Dallas hasn't really played well. That's Daniel's opinion. I think that's going to be the best Dallas is going to play.
Really? Got that much doubt?
I am afraid. I think at best we're at 8-8 at best.
What if Dak rushes for like 1,700?
No, he's not. I think the game plan this year is they're going to let him loose more with his legs. But the thing is, ultimately, teams are going to stack the box. They're going to stop Zeke. If you stop Zeke, you're pretty much stopping Dak, unless he goes around the guards. Mm-hmm. Dak cannot beat you with his arm. Yet. Doesn't make good decisions. Doesn't know how to check off of his first option. So, I don't think. I just don't think Dallas is gonna have a good year, and it sucks because I have a Dak Prescott jersey. That's the only jersey I have, and I'm sorry not to like the guy.
Not a Bryant jersey?
No, well, I'm glad I don't have a Bryant jersey right now. Well, I had a choice. I got it for Christmas 2 years ago from my girlfriend. I could have picked Zeke, Bryant, or Dak. I freaking picked Dak. Should have picked Zeke. Actually, I should have picked Tyron Smith.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking you should have picked Bryant because Bryant had an 8-year run with the Cowboys.
I was never a fan of Bryant though.
Don't matter.
Because everybody puts so much hype into him. He's like, oh, he's so physical in the red zone. I mean, dude, if you just have a big guy, you can be, you can catch that jump ball. But from the 1 yard line on your own all the way up to the 20, he's useless. He runs one route. He doesn't know how to read the defense, and he's just like, hey, throw it up, throw up the X, right? That's all he can do. That's all he can do. But the one thing that was very exciting for me, and this was a connection that we talked about that we're excited to see from Kansas City, is Mahomes to Hill.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that was that's gonna be a good. I mean, you have a speedster, you have a guy that can sling it. Mm-hmm. You just have to watch this clip.
Yeah,
I think this went for 69 yards.
I saw that clip. Yeah. I mean, think about how many yards the ball was in the air for. Yeah, that's a long distance,
It's preseason.
He had the arm.
He beat 3 defenders.
Yeah, he was on the other side of. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. I thought, oh man.
He beat 3 defenders.
So yeah, I don't know. Man, I don't know, man. That's crazy.
5B.
Huh?
So yeah, we're trying to pull up that video here. Really sweet video.
Oh yeah, right there. Okay, right there. Look at that. Okay. And the standard 4-man rush. Right there, stepping up in the pocket. Right there, look, he's behind 3 defenders.
Look at the torque though. Hey, Brio, can you look at this? Look at that! I got a flag for that.
Can you top that?
That's ridiculous.
Can you top that?
Like Daniel says, NFL, no fun league.
Yeah.
Do a flag for his torque. Let's see if they do a replay on the torque. Yep. Oh, boom. Oh, hey. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No. I mean, the no fun league. This guy named on France's soccer team, Antoine Griezmann. His celebration, he's throwing up the L.
He throws
up the L.
You get a flag.
On Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? From Fortnite. You know what I mean? He throws up the L when he scores. It's like
you're gonna get a flag and you're gonna get a fine the next day.
I know.
From the No Fun League.
Thing is, but yeah, there's fewer goals in soccer than there are touchdowns in football, though. I will say that.
We'll see. All right. So next we got. And we wish Daniel was here for this because Daniel is a big Tyrod fan. Should Cleveland start? Oh, even your boy Troy.
Yeah.
Should Cleveland start Baker or Tyrod Taylor?
You gotta go with the future, man. I went Baker.
Yeah, man.
Baker, man.
I gotta say, you gotta go with the future. You're the number 1 pick. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You only got it for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why waste a year? So I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna start Tyrod for 3 games, 4 games.
And wait for a fucking.
And they're gonna wait for him to have a bad game.
Yeah, bad game.
At home, and the crowd's gonna chant Baker.
Baker.
And then you gotta put him in.
Yep.
You gotta put him in. I mean, that's how the Romo era started. Whatever,
Yeah.
and Romo wasn't.
What? Bledsoe was.
Yeah, Bledsoe was doing it, and they're they're just booing him, training. But dude, just let him go have it, man. This guy was a walk-on at OU, right? Mm-hmm. Undersized, got a chip on his shoulder. And, what they've been saying is, for him, when he was at OU, he was in a very complex system. OU ran a very complex scheme, so it will be easy for him to transition to the NFL because he's already used to complex schemes, right? And then the excuse was, well, you know, Tyrod get up to speed earlier, but like they're both learning the same playbook. This is both their first year, so I don't see why you don't start the guy that you drafted number 1 overall.
Thing is, I will say this: if you start Baker and he has a bad game, I know he's mentally tough and everything, but it might break him. It might if you have like
I don't think you can break Mayfield.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But that's the argument against like
Break a guy like Josh Allen, but not Baker. Like I believe in the hype. You guys know me. I either believe in you or I don't. I believe Baker is a good quarterback. I believe he has what it takes to the next level. Troy, get me a jersey, please. Thank you. Right? No, so
next week, hopefully, Troy, come on next week, man.
Yep. We'll talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about there in a little
More
bit.
detail, next week. But
yeah. But no, like, I don't know. That's just me. But I guess we both agree there, right?
yeah, but man, yes and no. It's just.
Well, who do you really want? If season started tomorrow with what they both shown, who you gonna start?
Baker, man. Baker.
Yep, exactly. That's all there is to it. All right.
Enough said.
Now we're gonna change it up. We're gonna go a little bit slower. We're gonna go with baseball. Urena
Ureña.
hits Acuna
Cunha.
on the first pitch. This is his fastest recorded pitch right here. Watch.
Yeah.
97. Fastest pitch.
Bam!
First pitch of the game. They did not like it. So a little backstory here. Acuna has been destroying the Marlins. It's 3 straight games, leadoff home run, right? Mm-hmm. So he comes out and he hits him. It's always that unwritten rule of baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Obviously, Atlanta didn't like it too much.
See, fighting, confrontation is celebrated in baseball. It's part of the game.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's part of the game.
I love it when the bullpen runs down.
Oh yeah, they do.
And you know what's funny? When the bullpen runs down, they're side by side, they're running together. They're running together. It's like, well, why don't you just take those guys? Like, you have 2 separate fights. You have all these cameras at the stadium. Why not have 2 separate fights?
Yeah, bullpen versus bullpen.
Yeah, bullpen versus
and dugout versus dugout.
Exactly. Like, why put everybody together? It's such a long run. You should just duke it out in the bullpen. Or center field, wherever the closest thing is.
This probably center field. I think the bullpens are out.
No, like some
left
of them
and right
are
field.
like, right and left, but some of them are like right in the middle. Like, their doors literally open side by side. Like, why are you guys running so far?
I know.
And I feel bad.
You gotta throw punches.
I feel bad with the backup catchers because they always have their gear on, So they're all like running out there. They should just duke it out. That should be the next thing. All right, I'm gonna call it right now. The next 5 years, we're gonna have a bullpen fight, and then we're gonna have a dugout fight.
Yeah.
Right? Within the next 5 years, they're gonna figure it out. They're like, hey, that's too much of a run. Let's fight here.
I'm putting money on the bullpen fight, man.
Something will happen there.
Because the umpires aren't looking there. And there's gonna be some swings taken and some punches landed.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be some teams with bad beef.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
You know what I mean?
Like, most of the time, it's relievers, right? Rarely does a starter do this type of stuff.
$20 million a year.
It's usually your relievers
that's trying to earn.
Like, what was the last guy? Joe Kelly, right? Mm-hmm. It's usually your reliever that does all the dirty work, because boom, he's out. Okay, well, he's just a reliever, right? I don't know. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But anyways,
I don't know. But Rougned Odor land a punch on fucking Joey Bats.
Oh man!
That was the cleanest. That was the cleanest land I've ever seen in a long time.
Sunglasses fell off.
I know.
His sunglasses fell off. Like, he wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, wow.
No, that was probably
the cleanest
besides
land I've ever
besides
seen.
the Nolan Ryan fight that we saw last week. That was probably the clearest, like, somebody landing a punch. Because everything else, it's a whole bunch of, like,
it's not just,
swing and miss and then dog pile.
Yep, yeah, nah.
But the debate here is He only got a 6-game suspension. 6-game suspension is you just miss one start as a starter.
Yep.
Right.
That's why they give him instead of 3 games as a fielding.
You should like pitchers should get like 30 games, 20 games. You got to miss a few starts. Where like it actually hurts you. You know, like it's ridiculous that you have to only miss 6 games. I'm like, really? Like you miss a start. You get an extra day rest.
On the outside,
you helped him.
On the outside, it sounds ridiculous, but at the same time, you got to understand these people that are putting down these suspensions understand baseball. You know what I mean? It's
but you don't want to go hurt a guy. I mean, like
no. I'm not saying trying to hurt a guy, but things like that, beaning somebody, clearing the. It's an unwritten rule. It's part of the game. It's almost celebrated. Like I said, it's almost celebrated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, rushing the mound, getting hit for whatever reason. I mean, it's celebrated. In baseball, fighting, it's almost celebrated. It's not as celebrated as hockey. Hockey. It's part of the game.
Banging on the glass.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, but they actually fight. They let them go one-on-one, woo-de-woo. But you know what I'm saying? In NBA, somebody leaves the sidelines. It's a guaranteed suspension.
But if you're LeBron James' team, he'll take care of it.
You fight in the NFL, it's what I'm saying.
Suspension.
It's suspension. But hockey and baseball.
Well, no, like in baseball, they'll hand out suspensions.
They'll send out suspensions, but at the same time, are they really gonna ban somebody? You know what I'm saying? For getting in too many fights.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that happening?
No. It takes a lot. It takes a lot because it has to be like a builder. Because with baseball, you see each other 3 straight days, 4 straight days, whatever the series may be. So there's definitely bad blood that can build up. In football, actually, there's you play.
Unless you're Akeem Talib and Michael Crabtree or something, right?
Yeah. hey, Ramsey got chokeslammed by AJ Green. You remember that when he threw him to the ground?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like one game's not enough. So with that being said, the next game, Urena comes back. He pitches a complete game shutout. So he's just like, oh. I'm dialing it up now.
He doing it for the team, man. See, it's all about the team in baseball, man. It's all about the team, man. It ain't about the individual.
Yeah. Well,
baseball is such a team sport, man. Because, like I said,
it doesn't take one guy. You can have one superstar.
If you're a superstar pitcher, like I said, you pitch one in every 5 games.
Yeah.
If you're a superstar hitter, you bat 4 or 5 times a game.
It's just like
you know what I mean?
Kershaw, hands down one of the best.
Oh yeah.
But
left-handed pitchers too.
But
left-handed.
He doesn't have a ship. He doesn't have no championships. Scherzer, great pitcher, no championships, right? So we'll move on.
Okay.
Talk about another great, Chris Sale, back on the DL. Daniel wanted this one. I don't know if he's concerned or not. I'm concerned. This is twice that he's been on the DL in the past 2 weeks.
And it's late in the season.
Yeah, so hopefully like we said,
he's one of the best pitchers right now. One of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
I will say that, man. You give him a 2-run lead early.
Done deal.
Done deal, man. Game over.
Like what I said a couple weeks back, Red Sox are running away with the division. They're on track to probably hit 115 wins, which is unheard of, right? Mm-hmm. They haven't hit any setbacks. I think they just lost 3 straight games, which is the first. The first they lost back-to-back at Fenway, anyways.
They lost 3 straight at Fenway.
Yeah, they lost 3 straight. Yeah. The last time I checked, they were down 2 or 3-0 early in the first. Chris Sale hurt twice on the DL. That concerns me. It could have a negative effect on the team as we get closer and closer to October.
Yeah. October baseball, man. That's where it really counts, That's where it really matters. I don't know, they lost to the Astros, who are dealing with injuries themselves.
Yeah. But I think Altuve and Correa just got back.
Oh yeah, okay.
But we'll see what happens.
I don't know. But the division series is such a short series. Yeah. It's like if you're a game 1 starter,
Yep.
It's like if you don't have a 2-3 star, oh man, you might be in it. But Daniel, wait for you to give your opinion, man.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know, Daniel. Comment in the chat. Let us know. We'll get to you for sure.
Yeah. Dude, we want your opinion. I don't care if he's going to be starting back again by the time you get back.
Yeah. We'll see. All right. So now we're going to talk about this topic here. Something I kind of wanted to talk about. It's kind of something I've been like talking about pretty much all year. So 2017, 2018 pitching free agent. Pitching free agency. Does this scare people away from giving up big bucks? Because like all these guys signed late. Is this going to scare owners away from giving big bucks to pitchers, right? So I'm going to talk about four in particular. We got Darvish, Lance Lynn, Cobb, and Wade Davis. So when free agency hit, Darvish was the number 1 free agent. Lance Lynn was the number 9, and Wade Davis was the number 4 free agent. And this is free agent, not just pitchers. Okay?
Overall free agents.
Overall free agency. So Darvish has started 8 games. He's probably getting shut down for the year.
No, he got shut down after. Yeah, he's getting shut down.
There might be some serious issue there with the arm. He's already had 1 Tommy John, and this is year 1 of what, 6-year deal, big bucks. Yeah, I didn't put up any of his numbers because he's only had 8 games, but I mean his ERA is at 4.95.
Yeah, that's too high to be a starter.
Yeah. So then next we got Lance Lynn, and I was going through his numbers, and his ERA last year was a 3.43. It's at 1.68 right now.
4.
Yeah, sorry, 4.68. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. 4.68. Big difference. I mean, he's already been traded. I think he's on a short deal and all, but that's fine. But he was the number 9 free agent, right? And then you go to Davis, which was a stud for the Cubs. Last year he pitched. So the numbers here are going to be pretty close, right? Last year he pitched 179 innings. Right now he's at 132. Last year at 179 innings he gave up 73 runs. This is 40 innings shorter, and he's given 75.
All right, he's gonna give more.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be more. I mean, you know, people can talk crap about him being Colorado, but it's all right, right?
Colorado, it's just you can't compare.
His ERA last year was 3.66. His ERA is 5.09. That's not good. But you think this will scare people away? Because like anytime baseball owners give out big deals, usually does not work out.
Oh hell no!
For the team, I mean, obviously you're paying for past performances.
Yep, not future
versus future. But I mean, look, Darvish is locked up big time. Wade is locked up for a few years. Lance Lynn, I think he's on a 1-year deal. But next year you're gonna have Kershaw available.
Dodgers keeping him.
Yeah, Dodgers. There's a slight chance.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the Rangers.
He might come home. Come on, you don't want to come home? We're about to get that new indoor stadium in the next year or 2.
Thing is, all the Hollywood stars love him. You don't think that has like?
I don't know. I mean, like, is
I'm gonna show up on movies. They don't make movies in Dallas, man.
But Kershaw's not.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not
make
LeBron
movies in Dallas.
He's not a LeBron James.
No, man. I don't know, man. Clay Kershaw is if you ever been to LA, man, he's a freaking.
He's a star. But he can be a superstar back home.
Baseball, it's baseball. It's not basketball. It's not football. Baseball is such a. I'm saying like the stars don't. They show up like pitchers once every 5 games.
But you
got to be in LA. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like for a baseball player. Well, who was the last baseball good baseball player? Good. I'm not saying great. Good. That became a movie star that played on movies and everything.
I
don't know. See, that's why he's got to stay in LA to be that guy.
Kershaw does not have an acting or entertainment career after this. He's just a baseball guy. That's all he's got. Come home, play for the Rangers. You haven't won a championship in LA. You're probably not going to win in Texas. What's the difference? Save on taxes. Thank you.
Nah, but
Save on taxes.
rubbing elbows with the Hollywood elites, man. It's like it gets you somewhere.
Man, he wants to go
It
home.
gets you
He
somewhere.
wants to go back to Highland Park.
What's he want to go to Highland
He wants to
Park
go
for?
back
Just
to
go
Highland
hang
Park.
around with the douchebags?
No, man. he wants to be there.
I don't know, man. I mean, at least the douchebags in LA probably got connections to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Maybe got connections to in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Fuck, I don't know about
He's
that.
not interested in Hollywood. He's got no potential there.
No potential, but you know what? You can't hit the ball if you don't swing the bat.
Yeah, well, you mean you can go with that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're right.
I don't know, man.
we'll see.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna go with the too early number 1 pick, 2019 NBA draft.
Man.
Zion Williamson. Hyped up, best guy. Do you agree?
Yeah, man. These guys, if they entered the NBA draft, if they were allowed to, they'd be picked top 5 at least.
Oh, he's I
Top 5, you know, both of them.
Zion is a lock at number 1.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here today. What was it today? 8:22. He's a lock at number 1.
Central Time.
Come back at me. All right, Tats 23rd episode. Zion is the number 1. It's a lock. Okay, so now we got NBA rookie survey. Let me know if you agree with this. Like we have the picture, so it's like the 11th IC11. Trae Young, best shooter. You agree? I don't think I can disagree.
I'm on the fence, but he's a good shooter, but he has some stretches where it's just like, man, just
Doesn't make
fucking-
good decisions.
Yeah,
That's why they said he's only going to be a good shooter, right?
Okay.
Never said a good player. They have Ayton and Sexton as co-rookie of the years. No?
Man.
I think it's
That's-
probably
that's
more
a reach.
Sexton. I think it's more Sexton than it is going to be Ayton. But the interesting thing here...
Yeah, I think Sexton's gonna have a lot more like Sports Center top 10 plays.
A lot more highlights?
Yeah, versus Ayton's probably gonna be more consistent. You drop like 18, 20 regularly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Sexton, because he's just by nature of the position.
Sexton...
You know what I mean? By nature of the position.
We'll see. Because, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist is not sexy. But that's good, though. That's what you want out of your center. Sexton will probably give you, 20 points, 7 dimes, 6 rebounds, and they'll be like, oh, that's what we want. That's what we want. But
I think the big guy is what you really want to center a team, though.
The interesting thing about this survey, I was reading up about it.
Okay.
The one guy that didn't receive 1 vote for Rookie of the Year, because this is just rookies voting on rookies, right?
Yeah.
The one guy that didn't get a mention, who do you think it is? He was a lottery pick.
What team?
Well, I'm
gonna
just tell you.
Just tell me, man.
Donick.
Oh yeah. Because it's like.
It's because they don't have tape on him.
But
But nobody voted for Rookie of the Year, and they voted Michael Porter. They gave him, he got some percentage of it.
Donick, man. See, the thing is, that's what when you draft, when people, especially NBA players, when I'm sure he's been playing professionally in Spain or whatever, but it's just like
Real Madrid, come on, Real Madrid.
football.
But
But it's like nobody pays attention to it. It's just like. It's I don't know. Like any foreign player, any European or even Chinese player getting drafted, man.
Oh man, the CBA is the worst.
You just don't know what
Only
you're really getting
one
into.
has panned out, Mr. Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Everybody else, who's this Yi Yao Ling? Haven't heard of him. Who's the other guy that the Rockets have? QI. He's nowhere to be found. He's on the bench. But yeah, don't trust the CBA. Don't trust those Chinese.
I don't trust. I really don't trust a lot of honestly, it sounds kind of crazy, but it might sound like Donald Trump, man. It's just foreign players, man. Foreign players.
You mean immigrants?
it's just we just don't have a lot of. I just don't see a lot of tape on him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, like I gotta agree with that, which is why, like, back then, I was a, from Dallas, damn, what's his name? Moutier. He committed to SMU and then he uncommitted. When he went to China, people said that was a bad move, and I was like, hey, that's fine. He was just trying to take care of his family.
Get
because if
paid.
you go to China, nobody keeps up with you anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and that was his problem. And then his draft did drop, and but probably it's warranted because he's not that good of a player. Brandon Jennings went overseas instead of going right. He was supposed to be the big star. Career did not pan out. So can't blame guys again. I would never blame somebody for trying to make money.
Trying to get their money, man.
But
you only
it
got
does
a short
look like
limit.
it's a bad move, right? Bad move if you're trying to go overseas.
Yeah.
If you're already overseas coming here, jury's still out. Let's see what happens with this guy. The last big European star that came over, Ricky Rubio, did not pan out.
He's a solid player. I mean,
He
he's
was
a
a
good.
4th or 5th
Yeah. He got drafted really high.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I look at him now. I think he's good.
He's all right.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Let me pull
he's,
Jalen Ramsey.
he's no Hall of Famer, but I'm just saying, like, he's serviceable.
Yeah, he's serviceable. But you know what's funny, because we were talking about this. I'm gonna give you a math fact.
Okay.
Bulls picked Rubio. Next pick, Johnny Flynn. You remember Johnny Flynn? He's no longer in the league. Johnny Flynn was another point guard. So they picked a point guard and another point guard. You know who they passed up on?
Who?
Steph Curry. Curry and Love, that could have been some sort of connection, right?
Maybe, yeah.
But I mean,
You just don't know. You just don't know.
You don't know, but you pick. You pick, I think they drafted 3 point guards in that draft. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Now we got fresh plugs. So for next week's episode, we're actually gonna do a little bit something different. We're gonna have a live fantasy draft right here
Yep.
at the Full Labs. We need a spot or two filled. So if anybody in the Northwest Arkansas area that can be here downtown Fayetteville at about 7 o'clock next Wednesday, message us, send us a DM, let us know. We need a few players, possibly. But TATS Fantasy next week. I'm excited. We have the whole TATS crew. We got John Coffey from Fate Village, that's confirmed.
Yep.
We got Troy. We got your boy Troy coming. We got one of Danny's boy, Pedro, coming.
Pedro.
So we're still waiting for a few to confirm. But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. It's probably one of the biggest tat show ever.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have everybody here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have everybody here. It's gonna be a lot of booze.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be so many people here because there's gonna be 10 people. We might have to buy Keystone. Might have to buy Keystone.
2 cases on the house, man. I'm bringing it right now.
Hey, you bring Bud Light, it's staying at the door.
It's an inside joke.
It's alright, we get it.
All right.
But yeah, so again, if you guys know anybody, let us know. It's gonna be fun. Next week, it's gonna be a completely different show. So now, we're gonna move into Daniel's favorite segment. Oh no, they. So this week is kind of fun. This week's kind of fun. If we can have the image, we need the image. Jimmy Butler trying to holler. I don't even know if it's really trying to holler, but he's just saying some things that he's saying about Gabrielle Union that he probably shouldn't be saying with his former teammate, Dwayne Wade. What do you think?
I don't know what he said, but
He said, "Damn!"
I know. Yeah. That's I don't know what he said, but that's probably one thing he probably should have. You know what I mean? You gotta draw that line somewhere.
Yeah, and they said Wade gets his first all-team defense. whenever he had to back up his girl on Instagram.
All team, not all NBA or all
just
Eastern
all
Conference.
It's all team.
All team.
But yeah, so it looks like Jimmy Butler's not getting invited to the next barbecue. For sure, you know what the one thing that he won't get invited to? The banana boat. Jimmy Butler would not be invited to the banana boat with the rest of the crew. We got a big yes they did section.
Nah. Start with that. No, I'll start with that. Little League, Puerto Rican Little League team advanced to the Little League World Series, man. All the crap Puerto Rico in the past 12 calendar months. This. You gotta, it's scary. It's scary.
I had problems with fly balls. I'm not gonna lie.
It's scary.
I had problems with fly
You're right.
balls.
It's scary, man. So it's like if you don't do it all the time, and these kids, they probably didn't do it for like a couple months straight at least. You know what I mean?
That's for sure. And you know what? I feel like anytime a country, a city has, something like this happen, like the athletes really try to step it up. For example, last year, Astros won the World Series, right? Mm-hmm. After the hurricane, I mean, like it's a huge one.
Yeah.
Like,
Harvey.
I feel like stories like that happen all the time to where I think as a face of the city,
mm-hmm.
the local celebrities, athletes really try to first help the community, with helping with donations or helping with community work, and then after that they really try to step their game up.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that happens a lot. So so kudos to the whole Puerto Rican Little League team
mm-hmm.
for doing that.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt. What about my Heisman Trophy winner? What's going on with him?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar, man.
So
That's
Lamar,
one of my favorite players, man. Like young player. I mean, college, like past couple years. That's one of my favorite players, man.
I'm gonna do a little side thing on this after, but Lamar uses his mom as his agent. So I think it's a 3% commission usually standard for agents.
Agents, yeah.
So great job to Lamar giving back to to his rock.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely kudos to that. Like everybody else hires an agent, right? I think
Yeah.
this is probably the first one where I knew they part hired their parents, to get all that paperwork done, right?
Yeah. I can't think of any other.
Yeah, I can't either. But real quick on Lamar Jackson, Jalen Ramsey said if people like Baker Mayfield so much as the number one quarterback and you hoping to take him number one, why did Lamar drop off that much? Because Lamar is very much like Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty interesting. So I mean, Jalen brings up good points, right?
Oh yeah. He did, yeah.
We're gonna move on from that, and we're gonna talk about our third one because we actually have two more. Talk about your boy, well not your boy, but a guy you talked about earlier,
Yeah.
Mac Fact, Mr. Birthday Boy. What a great birthday present, Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 10% investment in Body Armor, which is supposed to compete with Gatorade and Powerade. Invested $6 million back in 2014. Coca-Cola took a stake, big stake. His $6 million is now worth $200 million. 3 years. That's pretty good return.
Oh yeah, man.
I think his whole playing career he only got 300-something mil. So this is definitely
a big
win. But when you're that rich, what is
the
another
thing
200
is,
mil?
it's just what it's worth, though, right?
Huh?
Unless he cash out.
He doesn't have to cash out, so it is on paper.
It's just on. It's like at the casino, man. You might have a stack of chips, But if you ain't cashing out with the money in your hand, you ain't got shit.
It's like having that big ticket in the slot machine.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've seen some people just keep hitting it.
Yeah, you gotta, it's gotta be real cash money.
Yep.
Or the fat check they show on cameras, like.
So the value, you're right, on paper.
Yeah, on paper.
That's
worth, that's what you said, it's worth.
200 mil.
Unless it's cash money where it's Franklin's.
He ain't cashing out. He's gonna hold that 10%.
Yeah.
Why would he cash out now?
I wouldn't do it unless it was bleeding.
He ain't bleeding.
No, I mean, unless that 200 mil was bleeding.
Yeah.
If it was bleeding, then.
Right. That's gonna ride hot for a while.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola taking steak, that's gonna ride hot.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just a reminder, I'm just saying. I don't care how much chips you got on the table, what it says on the slot machine slip. If you ain't got that cash in your hand, it ain't shit, alright?
Sam's all about gotta have cash in hand.
Yep. It's like Randy Moss said, how'd you buy that SUV? Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash.
You ain't paying that SUV with a fucking chips or slips, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got 10% of this company.
Yeah.
Nah, show me the cash.
Yeah. It's gotta be cash, man. If you ain't cash, you ain't nothing.
No, I agree. Cash is king.
Mm-hmm.
Cash is king.
Yeah. It's about that Chris Davis, man. I was just watching this game. Chris Davis, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Give a shout out to you about doing this thing. Yeah.
Dude, I know Chris Davis well.
Nope.
Rangers killer.
Yeah, he is, man.
And you know what? They're playing the Rangers in this game.
Yeah, exactly. But they beat the Rangers today, though. I mean, it was a getaway day.
Yeah, they're always gonna beat the Rangers.
No. The Rangers beat the A's.
Oh, the Rangers beat the A's?
Yeah.
Oh, who was it?
After back-to-back, but Chris Davis, you see that Anthony Whoop-de-woo, bam!
Against Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, Big
Man,
Sexy.
Bartolo, man, he's just throwing up a meatball, man.
Big Sexy is one of my favorite athletes.
He's one of the oldest athletes.
At this moment, he's one of my favorite.
Yeah, no, that was definitely special.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Make-A-Wish. It's Make-A-Wish Foundation, man. It's crazy what they're able to do. Make-A-Wish, man. I mean, you got these little kids running out in the field with the football players, hang out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just it's just crazy what they're able to pull through. You know what I mean?
Like a lot of kids grow up watching sports. I grew up watching sports.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, for them to kind of have the fans being more interactive, especially the young fans, like it makes a big difference. So definitely big shout out there.
Especially now, with cameras everywhere. I mean, like, dude, I wish I would have been able to get a picture with, so-and-so. But now, everybody's got a camera. Back in the days, what I'm saying? Like, not everybody carries a 35 millimeter camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays it's different.
Yep.
But anyways, go ahead.
Yep. So that actually wraps up the show. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Do not forget, live draft next week. So the show's going to be a little bit different, right? If you know anybody, let us know. We're looking for 1 or 2 players for fantasy. There's no money involved. It's just going to be a bet at the end for the losers. We haven't decided what it is yet, but probably some sort of challenge like eating something really hot, right? So that's kind of what we're at right now.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. All right.
Let us know anybody that can be downtown Fayetteville at 7 p.m. next Wednesday. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know. This wraps up number 23. I'm Chef Lou.
Dirty Rice.
There's 2 Asians.
Talk sports.
And we're out.
All right.
Oh, I got a piece of.
TATS. 2 Asians talk sports.